win this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Cyclones will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Lost to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. The Cyclones will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going right to work up top. Gets it out fast. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for room. It's Parker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, They always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And they just need a few inches for the first down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. Give to the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Hampton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up.
There he goes. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Huskers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature them, throw it up, let them go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off-play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The throw to the outside is complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Slater. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And the Cyclones really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Going to sling it on second down. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Staley.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for space, it's Kruger. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll ride the hot hand. Turning it on. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Cornhuskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Iowa State, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab, it's Slater. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44.
Iowa State.
From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far at Ames.
We are just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will... ...25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. Jumped on top of the pile.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll try the run. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hand off from the gun. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And let's go for the offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy.
Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Military stuff.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far. So can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Trying to get it to the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Oh, what a move to get room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so...
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Great job by the back on the option. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to...
There he goes! That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The play action fake. He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground. Move the sticks with the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Rides the back and leaves it. Oh, he got loose. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to impose their will with the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. How about this defense just wrecking the offense on the last 2 plays and forcing a 3rd and goal? Quarterback's just going to take a knee. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take a knee.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Off to the races to the right. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. And the Cyclones, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's the pressure. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Gets open down the middle. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Iowa State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays.
He's got it, 1st down and more. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Cyclones with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late.
Well, this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Malone. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Powers through the defender. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
At the 43.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. A lot of ground to cover here on fourth down. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff.